Hey everyone, today I'm diving into a topic that's got a lot of Aussies talking, the impact of Trump's new tariffs on the Australian housing market. If you're a home buyer or just interested in the market, stick around because there are some exciting opportunities to explore. Alright, so it's April 2025, and the Australian housing market is navigating some economic changes. Now with a minimum 10% tariff on all Australian exports to the US, announced by Trump on April 3rd, we've got a unique scenario on our hands. So, why these tariffs? Trump's citing Australia's biosecurity laws from way back in 2003, specifically the beef import ban, as the main reason. Naturally, Australia's PM Albanese isn't happy and called these tariffs totally unwarranted, but he's ruled out any retaliation. This has also become a hot election issue, with the opposition criticizing Albanese's handling of the situation. Now let's talk numbers. Experts are predicting a $27 billion hit to Australia's economy, which is around 1% of the GDP. The global economy? That could shrink by 0.4%. Australian GDP is projected to dip by 0.1%, inflation might tick up by 0.2 percentage points, and the Aussie dollar has already slipped below 60 cents for the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic. Australian shares dropped 4%, although that's actually less than other markets. Despite all this, the Australian government is still forecasting growth, thanks to consumer spending and tax cuts. So, how does all this affect the housing market? Well, with the cost of living going up, people are becoming more strategic with their investments. Economic uncertainty is encouraging buyers to seek value, which means there are great deals to be found for those ready to invest. Job shifts in export-dependent industries could open up new opportunities in other sectors, and construction costs might stabilize as the market adjusts. Investor confidence in the housing market is evolving, creating new avenues for savvy investors. And then there's the beef. Australian beef exports to the US now face that 10% levy. But interestingly, US demand for Aussie beef remains high due to local supply constraints. Export prices for Australian beef have actually gone up 16% year on year. But there's a bigger risk here, a global trade war. If things escalate, we could see retaliatory tariffs, and even a potential US recession, which some experts are pegging at a 40% chance. Global growth could slow from 3% to 2%. The US is Australia's fifth largest trading partner, but China is still the biggest player by a long shot. So how is Australia responding? Historically, they've taken a long game approach to trade disputes. The Albanese government is considering challenges at the WTO, loosening trade ties with the US, and providing $1 billion in loans to exporters. To wrap up, these tariffs are creating significant economic shifts, and that's opening up new opportunities in the housing market. If you're in the market for a home, or just keeping an eye on things, stay informed about these economic developments. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates. Catch you in the next one.